Okay, so according to the type of business, we have seen classification. Then we have seen B, according to the use of technology. Then we have seen according to the motivation. Then we have seen a classification according to the growth, right? We have seen classification according to the stages of development, like first generation entrepreneur, classical entrepreneur, modern entrepreneur. Then I think we were at this point according to the area of the urban area entrepreneur and rural entrepreneur, right? So next classification is there according to the gender and age. So very simple: men entrepreneur, woman entrepreneur, engaged entrepreneur, old age entrepreneur, and middle age entrepreneur. According to the gender and age, there is a classification. So this classification basically government takes consideration while giving the subsidies and various concessions, right? So for young entrepreneur, there is a various awards, right? For woman entrepreneur, there are various facilities, right? So like that depend, this classification is for that purpose. So this is according to the gender and age. Then next one is the classification according to the scale of operation. According to the scale of operation. So there is a classification. First one is there: small scale entrepreneur, medium scale entrepreneur, and large scale entrepreneur. So depends on the investment involved in that particular organization. So there are categories: small scale entrepreneur, medium scale, and large scale. So all of you know this classification help government to give subsidies to small scale entrepreneur, to whom concession should be given, to whom taxation benefit should be given. So according to this investment, government supports various small scale entrepreneurs especially, and nowadays large scale entrepreneurs also. So this is one of the classification. And last is according to the C. Denhoff, is the philosopher. According to him, this is the classification. This is the last classification. So according to the C. Denhoff, he was telling first type according to him is the innovative entrepreneur. Innovative entrepreneur, according to him, a person who produce new product with his new technique. Person who produce new product with new technique. Such a entrepreneurs are called as a innovative entrepreneur. So he meant to say person should produce new product, and obviously with the help of new technique. Technique must be a new, product must be a new. So such a entrepreneurs are called as an innovative entrepreneur. Second type according to C. Denhoff is imitative entrepreneur. Imitate means copying, right? Imitation, alternative word you can say copying. So it is like that. A person who adopts innovative ideas from somebody is called as a imitative entrepreneur. Now you will say, is it cheating? No. Suppose if some research is happened in a laboratory in academic institute, and if somebody imitate that idea, if student, some professor done research in laboratory and they are not interested to go for the venture, they are not interested for startup, then so in that case you can imitate such ideas. A person who adopts innovative idea from somebody, such a entrepreneurs are called as a imitative entrepreneur. Then next type is according to this Fabian entrepreneur. According to C. Denhoff, third classification is Fabian entrepreneur. So what is the meaning of Fabian? Phobia vagare. So it's a similar word. So person who never take risk in his enterprise are called as a Fabian entrepreneurs. Fabians means he may have risk, phobia of risk taking. He is not able to take the risk, and he may have phobia of it. So such entrepreneurs are called as a Fabian entrepreneur. They never take the risk. They think like, yes, everything is going on smoothly, let it be. I don't want to take the risk. In safe zone they place. So such a entrepreneurs are called as a Fabian entrepreneur. And last type is a drone entrepreneur. A person never change their production. Person who never change their production are called as a drone entrepreneur. Drone entrepreneur means person they go for traditional product only. So they never change the production. So such entrepreneurs are called as a drone entrepreneur. I have told so many types, right? According to Siedenhoff, then according to this scale, according to gender and age, according to the area, according to the stages of development, according to the growth, according to the motivation, according to the use of technology, and according to the type of business. So depends on these factors, entrepreneurs are classified. Obviously they have same thing, just what they are doing depends on just they are categorized. Okay, so this is a classification. This question is asked in examination for 7 mark. Okay, so you have to explain 7 classification along with its type. Okay, and if possible example, what is the meaning of growth entrepreneur, and if suppose you want to give example, that also allowed. Okay, so 7 mark question. Theoretically for IIC this question is also important, because at the end of this particular unit, this is the last unit particularly from this chapter. So at least you will choose like I am belongs to which category, right? Whether I am drone entrepreneur, whether I am imitative entrepreneur. Obviously all are young entrepreneur. Men entrepreneurs also there, women entrepreneurs are also there, right? Some people may induced entrepreneur, some people may pure entrepreneur. Okay, so this classification is there. So is there any problem in this classification? Have you understood all types? If there is no any doubt, then we'll proceed. Is there any doubt? Anybody want to ask anything? You can put either put in chat box or you can unmute also. Should we proceed? Can you hear me? Can you listen me? Okay, Vaishali, thank you. So, Miss, uh, there is no problem for proceeding. If there is no doubt, we'll proceed. Okay, so one more bit from this particular unit is remain, that is a market survey, and same thing is going to repeat in unit number 3. And there, this market survey concept plays very important role. So this particular unit we are going to cover in a unit number 3. Okay, so only one unit is there, bit is there, that is remained. So definitely I am going to cover, as in third unit there are sources and methods of idea generation. So there is one of the method, that is a market survey. So that elaboratively we'll discuss there. Okay, so now let me explain a very important thing, even though it is a content behind, but for you people this is one of the important bit. Ministry of Corporate Affairs, do you know this is one of the ministry, especially finance ministers are handling this particular department. Minister of Corporate Affairs generally handled by the finance minister of country. Okay, it is not a state level ministry. Obviously it is a central level ministry. So in 2006 our former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has established this particular ministry in 2006. So currently now this particular ministry is handled by Nirmala Sitharaman, as she is a finance minister. Maybe from few years she is handling. So according to the Company Act 1956 and 2013, according to various bills and acts rules, this MCA is working. Actually, I am telling introduction of this ministry. At the end of we'll see why it is important and how it is useful for you to register the company. While registration of your company, you should take the help of this portal. Actually, Ministry of Corporate Affairs is the ministry, but their one portal is also there by the same name. So you have to visit that portal. Its demonstration also I am going to give. And if you want to establish your organization as private limited, right, LLP. So this is a important portal where you need to register. Most of the people do it through agents, but it is better learned people should do by themselves only. So I was talking about this particular ministry from 2006. This ministry is in existence. Then according to these two acts, this particular MCA is working. So why MCA is important? Basically, it protects investors and offers services to various stakeholders. How investors? Because most of the people have shares. Some people work as a partner, right? Obviously, they are investors. Banks are there, so they are also they are giving funding. So for them, this MCA is protecting. Also, they are providing services to various stakeholders. Maybe directors are there, their shareholders are there, right? Their customers, employees, all people are getting services through this particular portal. MCA is the gateway to all services, guidance, and other corporate affair related information. Now, actually, before 2006, uh, this MCA office is just a physical office, right? One building was there, and everybody need to go there to work. Means whatever registration process, physically you have to fill the paper form with the help of pen, and you have to attach some stamps and all this. So that was the procedure. But nowadays, only through MCA website, all registration of all the organizations are happening. There is no other way. If you want, you say like private limited, so and so private limited organization, how they are registered with the help of this portal only. And currently, this portal is enabling electronic filling of documents. Electronic filling means from your place, where with the help of your mobile, with the help of your laptop, all data of registration process, including your PAN, including bond papers, including your Aadhaar and everything, you can fill with the help of this particular portal from your place. This is electronic filling, you can say. And its data center established in Delhi server. Where it is its server, it is in Delhi. But for disaster recovery, its backup is in Chennai. Getting where it is? It is in a Chennai. 5 backup is required if some disaster happen, if server crashes. Do you know, for every online services, there is a always backup server. If something happened to your current server, which you are using, if something happen, so you can recover data from that particular server. So that server is in a Chennai. So MCA office server is there in a Chennai, backup server, and main server is in a Delhi. Now, why there is a need of Ministry of Corporate Affairs? You will say there is a political need. Obviously, political people are heading that particular department. But beyond that, there is a need, because ever increasing corporate. Currently, means more than 17 lakh corporates are there. we see like per private limited organization, more than 17 lakh. So if 17 lakh into, if there are 3 director average, so you can see more than 50 lakh people if started visiting that particular office. Quite difficult to handle in that situation, right? Physically. And it is increasing. Before 2006 also, that number was quite less. But after that, that number started increasing. People started registering their organization, and that number now more than, this is the last year's figures basically. I have not updated from portal. Now we will see file demonstration. More than 17 lakh people, corporates are there. And about 6 crore pages maintained in file before 2006. Can you believe 6 crore pages? Obviously, you have to preserve everybody's bond paper and everybody's document, shareholder document, as MCA is the responsible authority, right? According to the various acts. So they have to preserve it, and to preserve such a big files, quite difficult to maintain in that particular building. And every year, approximate 1 lakh registrations are happening. 1 lakh registration per year. Now I think last year it is a 17 lakh. It's definitely more than 18 lakh. 18 lakh corporates are there in India. So this number is increasing. How physically it is possible? But if you have online server, then definitely through that server you can accommodate all the data, right? So therefore it is important. Then millions of corporates are visit per year. They have to visit, right? For renewal purpose and all these. That's why it is required physically. Every corporate, so suppose 17 lakh corporate, now today 18 lakh, suppose everybody has to visit that office. Quite difficult, right? That's why there is a need of MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Then physical presence were required. In earlier case, physical presence was mandatory. Even you cannot send that particular document on with the help of courier, with the help of post. You cannot send. Their requirement, because it's legal things. There you need to sign physically, right? So that's why physical presence were required, but quite difficult to handle in that situation. People used to wait for 2 days, 3 days. And these are the cream people, right? These are the entrepreneurs, basically, those who are doing registration. And their effective time we are wasting. So like that thinking may be there in the mind of that time former this Manmohan Singh ji. So that time he may have same thought. That's why he has established. Payment were to be made in a person. Registration process fees are there. So that time maybe online banking and these were not there. So they have criteria like people should pay payment physically, and that too only in cash and demand draft, not even check. And if cash means definitely there is a corruption. So to reduce such a problem, they have started this particular MCA portal. And earlier only one office was there in one state, and nowadays also one office per state. Now not required because everything is happening online. So office, one office is sufficient for per state. Slow manual and verification process. Therefore, it is required. A very slow manual, but and all people are government employees. So all of us know, if government employee, definitely we have to wait because there is a limitation to them also. Number of people they are recruited for the work limited, and therefore this manual process was there. That's why it takes much more time. Then paper sorting, storage, and retrieval is very cumbersome and time consuming. Suppose somebody will say, sir, I want to renew my file. So in that 6 crores pages, where to search that file? Quite difficult, right? In which rack, in which cupboard it is kept. So it is quite difficult. So therefore, this ministry decided to have this portal, MCA portal. Then there were basic few objectives of this Ministry of Corporate Affairs portal. First one is to register a company and file the document quickly and easily. What was the first objective? Obviously, it's online. Therefore, their first objective is to register company online and upload all the documents from anywhere quickly and easily. Then second objective was to get the easy access to record. If somebody want to access previous file, immediately by putting the number, putting the name of that organization, just you can get the all data of that particular organization, even though it is a too much old. Then to give sufficient service to their client. Client means obviously entrepreneurs and businessmen. So that was the objective. Then there are various services provided by this Ministry of Corporate Affairs portal. First one is registration and incorporation of new company. नवीन कंपनी स्थापन करण्यासाठी सर्व मदत, सर्व प्रोसिजर याच पोर्टलवरनं होते. सो दिस इज द बेसिक service they are providing, registration and incorporation of any of the new organization. So this portal is a prime portal where you have to register. Then filing of forms denoting changes of name, address, directors. If you want to make changes, any legal changes in your organization, this portal will provide service. From there itself you have to do. Then if inspection of document is required, from that place only you have to upload a document, people will make the inspection. Also application for various services and whatever services, if subsidies are there, concessions are there, so this will be done by this particular portal. So these are the various services, from registration to making some changes, updating the address of organization, updating the directors of organization. Many times people take the organization place on rent and they register. But if change is there, if you change your place from Solapur to Pune, same organization, if you want to do the working there, so you can do, but register address changing is required. Getting so various, these are the various services which MCA is providing. Okay, so this is about this introduction of this MCA. I want to give the demonstration of this website. So let us visit website. I request all of you, I will give this link in chat box. Save this link in your somewhere in a mobile, and you people have to visit this website. Just go through it. Registration is quite difficult for you because digital signature is required. Earlier it was not there. Maybe in last year it was not there. I have registered without digital signature. So I will log in with the help of my login ID and username, and then we will have discussion on it. Okay, so it's a very big data. So you start in the evening. This may be your this will be your homework. Can you listen me without interruption? I am getting some error on my mobile. So is there any interruption while listening? Am I audible to all? Okay, so no interruption is there, no problem there. Okay, so I have given one link in chat box. Please reserve this link with you. So what to do with this link, I will tell later on. Let me give the demonstration of this particular website. Okay, so if you click on this particular link, then you will be looking, your page will look like this. Okay, so in top right corner, there are two options: sign in and sign up. Okay, so you can see this cursor. So on your mobile, if you make it horizontal, you can see all the words clearly. Still, I will zoom in so that it will be visible to all you. Okay, so at right top corner, there is an option called sign in and sign up. So if you click here, then there are two options, like either you can log in or you can register. Okay, so if already your username and password is there, then you can log in, otherwise you have to register for new. Okay, so if I click on this register new, then there are various details they will ask. So you have to click on business users. Okay, then you have to choose whether you are a director. Obviously, basically you will be the director, right? So you can write, choose the option first, then DIN, director number is there, PAN number is there, name, right, last name. So these details actually I have filled in last year, but now there is a one mandatory criteria, that is a digital certificate. Means one digital signature is there, so that is mandatory. Okay, so you need to search, and without that registration will not happen. So this is a basic addition this year they have done. Last year it was not there, that's why I could register for this particular website. So this username you have to put after registration, you will get on your email ID, and then you can enter this captcha. I will enter this. Something problem is there in password. Let me check once again. I will check username. Actually, while teaching in last lecture, last year, I have done this registration because I come to know that there is a very important website which is required and which should be informed to you people. Wait, I will try. Okay, I think it's login happened. Correct. So if you log in by using username password after registration, I will tell what is the digital signature, how it should be produced, maybe in coming lecture, maybe in fourth lecture as a content behind. But time being, you listen registration process, and after that making login. Okay. So here you can see in the left hand, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So MCA. Therefore, they made a shortcut. It's Government of India's ministry. Here, one thing actually I have login reason is that I want to show that how many people have registered in last 30 days. Companies, LLPs. LLP means limited liabilities partnership. So like LTD, limited, people use the word LTD, right? Private limited. So same thing for LLP. In fourth chapter, we'll see what is the difference between LTD and LLP. So time being, you will see how many organizations have registered. Okay, so if you want to get the report of it, so I will download that report. Okay, so I will save. I hope this is also visible to you. I will save this report on screen, desktop, and I want to show this report to you people. Within last 30 days, how many people have registered. Now you can see this is a Excel details of Indian companies incorporated between 7 September to 6 September, means up to yesterday. How many people have registered this organization, their organization. You can see these are so especially Indian companies. So let us have count. It's a very big Excel. So I am registered in last 30 days, means up to yesterday. Okay, it's big list, right? I am on 18. Okay, I think still there are list, big list is there. Which you can see on your screen. Okay, I think this is the last number. So you can see this number, last number, if you enlarge your screen, then you can see 16,421 organizations have registered in the last month all over the India. Only Indian companies. At the bottom, you can see how many? 16,421 last year. Sorry, last month. And you can count if 16,000 per month, then definitely it's around 2 lakh, approximate 1 lakh 80,000, like that. Getting? So why I'm showing to this thing, suppose you want to see whether anybody registered in previous month, and you can search the names also. Here searching the name of organization, so that repetition of name will not be there. If you find if you use same name, suppose if there is one organization name which is established on 15th September 2021 from Uttar Pradesh, Easy Mind Space Private Limited. And if you give the same name, then there will be the problem. So searching the name which you are going to give, you have to verify whether that name is available or not available. For that purpose, it is important. And after registration, you will get the same notification on this Excel, right? So this is the thing. Even though foreign companies also registered in last 1 month, there are 2 organizations, Aegis Water and Maritimes SAS. Then another Kiran Holdings Singapore Private Limited. So these 2 organizations have LLPs. There are so many LLPs registered. Same thing like only 2 foreign companies have registered in last 2 months. Then LLPs, less number of LLPs are there. Then you can make addition. 4,563 LLPs have registered in a last 1 month. 4,000 and that 16,000 means almost more than 20. So this number is reaching to 2.5 lakh organizations per month. Quite difficult to maintain to MCA. Therefore, MCA ministry has decided to do it online. Getting? Foreign LLP, only 1 LLP was there. Getting? So this was my intention, that how many people are registering per month, per year. Okay, so after in the login, you can, after your company, now there is no any company on my name. So if I will register any of the organization, so all my data will come here. Whatever documents I have uploaded, all will come here. So means what? This portal will help you to do all your task from your organization itself. You can do all the technical detail what you want to do. Getting? So this is the portal which I want to show to you people. Anything anybody want to ask? Have you received that particular link? Have you anybody clicked on that link? So now what is your task today? Okay, so registration is not possible for you, so leave it. Your role is to go on home, go to about MCA, and you have to start reading. Okay, about MCA. See, then role and responsibilities. You have to click here, and then you have to read this. Then you will come to know that how your registration should be done. So you can see role and responsibility. The ministry is primarily concerned with administration of Companies Act 2013, the Companies Act 956, the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008, and other allied act and rule and regulation. So about MCA, they have given all the details. What is the role and responsibilities of MCA? Then you have to read this various headquarters. Where are these? So as I have told, finance minister is handling this. So you can see Nirmala Sitharaman, she is a minister of this. Then Minister of State, our various Rao, somebody is there. Then their responsibilities, secretary name is also there. Then their various roles, right? Various states information, all data is there. Getting? So you have to read this. Then EMCA introduction material. Okay, there is one PDF of 56 pages. Up to 2019, they have corrected this. And this particular document will help you to understand various laws, various CSR sales, right? E-governance, general information infrastructure requirement. So like that, all details are available. You can get that details from this particular page and you can download. And you have to read it. And it is possible from your mobile also. Even though you can see some video galleries. So just I want to say, visit this website. I have given some demonstration which you cannot do. So this is basically content beyond that I want to explain to you people. Is there any doubt till today from this particular unit? Because I have completed this unit number 1 within 10 hours. I think this is a 10th lecture. Up to content beyond, is there any doubt except market survey bit that I am going to cover in a 3rd unit? Is there any doubt from this particular unit? Anybody want to give suggestion, input, any insight, any additional information? So you have time to tell me. If no, then I have MCQs to discuss from this unit. And for unit MCQ test 1, and these questions may be important for you. From university examination, these MCQs are there. Yes, anybody want to say something? Have you preserved this link with you? One more thing, various reports and data also you will get. Suppose you want to get data of LLP information, so data are available. Means guidance also available. So not only registration, in discussion we have seen guidance also. So it is a quite big website. So there are so many points. So I'm not investing much more time on this discussion. Just I have given the introduction, but your role is to go through it, all the details. Suppose somebody want to register agriculture information, so that detailed data is available. If somebody want to establish mechanical industry, for them also data is available. Various acts and rules are available. You need to read. Okay. So it's more than 50 pages, 60 pages. So intentionally, I have told this content beyond to you because your organization, you have to register. And if you have studied from today onwards, you will understand what are the requirements of government, what are the requirements of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Yes, anybody, any data, anybody want to add? No. So let us proceed for discussion on let me show some MCQs. These are in next slide. Okay, so you people have to answer this question as already we have discussed. First question is there, the term entrepreneur is derived from the fill in the blank after that word. English, Tamil, Hindi, French. You have to listen carefully because most of the questions will be included in your unit online MCQ test, which will be there maybe in this week. So you people have to listen carefully. And you have to participate also. Put in chat box option A, B, C, D. Please put in chat box. What do you feel? The term entrepreneur is derived from the which word? English, Tamil, Hindi, French. This is one of the question asked multiple time in the university examination, especially in subjective examination. Yes, any guess? Okay, Akash, D. Okay, anybody else other than Akash? Anybody else? Okay, good. So those who are listening, they can easily answer because this is not a quite difficult question. It's so easy. We have seen entrepreneur as the word, which is a basically French verb, right? From that it was derived. So this is you just remember. Fill in the blank. Identified innovation as the characteristics of entrepreneur for the first time in 1934. Who identified the innovation as a characteristics of entrepreneur in the first time in 1934? We have seen various philosophers theory, right? We have seen various definitions. Basically, J.S. Crumter, D option, has identified as innovation is a characteristics of entrepreneur for the first time in 1934. So answer is a D. Now third question, refusal to adopt and use the opportunity to make changes in production are basically which type of entrepreneur? Refusal to adopt. आपण आताच पाहिलं लास्ट राईट पर्सन हू नेव्हर चेंज हिज प्रोडक्शन they refuse means they deny, they never adopt the opportunity and make the changes in production. कुठला entrepreneur? Person who never changes production in their organization. कुठल्या टाईपचे entrepreneur? Just few minutes back we have seen. Any guess? This was the last point which we discussed few minutes back. Any guess? Drone entrepreneur, right? we have seen like person who never change his production. You can see those who are noting the things according to Seed and Hop, there is a classification. Drone entrepreneur is nothing but person who never change production in his organization. That person is a drone entrepreneur. Imitative, who copies the thing. Innovative, who implement innovation. And another one is a phobia, right? Phobia. So Fabian entrepreneur. Getting? So person never take the risk. So that is a Fabian, means phobia, right? Fabian means never take the risk. Imitative means copy the ideas, others' idea. Innovative has his own creativity. Drone never change the production. Okay, so answer is a D. Then next one. Individuals are motivated by psychological and economical rewards. Are called as a pure entrepreneur, induced entrepreneur, motivated entrepreneur, spontaneous entrepreneur. Which is the option? We have seen in classification, as I have told, classification is important as far as the MCQs are concerned. Yes, anybody else? What is your guess? Put in chat box. Any guess? No? You can see a classification according to motivation, right? According to the motivation, people who are psychologically and economically motivated are called as a pure entrepreneur, right? So answer is A. Correct. Aptap is telling. Answer is A. Pure entrepreneur. Those are motivated by psychological and economical rewards, right? One more question. Third question is missed from this slide, right? A person who adopts the idea from somebody is called as or is known as Fabian entrepreneur, imitative entrepreneur, innovative entrepreneur, or drone entrepreneur. This third question we have not discussed. Any guess? After this much discussion, at least you should answer. Person who adopts the idea from somebody. Very simple. Anybody else other than Akash? Samruddhi, okay. Anybody else? Akash is telling B, Samruddhi B. Anybody else other than this opinion? Correct. Name itself is telling. Adopting means copying, and copying means imitation. Imitation meaning itself is a copying, right? So answer B is the correct one. Okay, third question we missed. Now this second last question from this slide. Individuals are motivated by government policies and facilities are known as. Individuals are motivated by government policies and facilities are known as pure entrepreneur, induced entrepreneur, motivated entrepreneur, spontaneous entrepreneur. गव्हर्नमेंटच्या फॅसिलिटीकडे बघून मोटिवेट झालेले कुठल्या टाईपचे एंटरप्रेनर? ओके, समृद्धी बी, आफ्ताब बी. Anybody else? Correct. Remaining people also at least see the correct answers because you have tried the test or online MCQ as well as our unit wise MCQ. Maybe after 2 days it will be there. Last question on this slide. Individuals who starts their organization through natural talent are known as. Individual who starts their organization through natural talent are known as pure entrepreneur, induced entrepreneur, motivated or spontaneous. Aftab, good. Anybody else? Spontaneous means through natural talent, right? So Aftab also correct, Akash is also correct. Good. Okay, so still there are few MCQs that we'll discuss maybe in next lecture, and there will be a online MCQ test next lecture. Okay, surprise test. If any doubt is there, you have 2 minutes. If there is no any doubt, put your roll number in chat box and leave the meeting. Thank you very much.